The third part is the business model canvas. What is it? It is a map where you can put everything together. But we start with the value proposition. What are you proposing? So what are you offering as value to your customers? A simple way to look at it is in two dimensions. More of something or less of something. So you either reduce a pain, something that bothers people, or you enhance their happiness. So, and fortunately, the human nature is complicated and they require all kinds of things. So some people like happy movies and some people might like horror movies, and there is a market for both, no matter which one you make, if you are in the business of making movies, for example. So more of something and less of something can be equally valuable. Sometimes less is more and sometimes more is less. So, but the most important, you need to have a value proposition. Value proposition is something your users, your customers, your fans perceive as valuable. They are willing to pay for it. They're willing to give you something back in exchange to receive what you offer as a value with your product. So, now that is developed through a few stages. Every business goes through these stages. So you form a business, you validate your idea, your value proposition, and then you grow. But we're in the early stages now. So first, we need to think about the forming. So, and that is why for that we need a plan. We need a map to follow. Otherwise, doing business seems a complicated, a difficult thing to do. And that is why what we offer, or what we suggest, is the business model canvas. The business model canvas has the value proposition right in the center and combines two sides, the supplier side and the customer side. So on one side you have the customer. You need to identify who your customer are, what they want. Then you need to aim to build relationship where the heart is. But the relationship with the customer and understanding what they want is not enough if you can't get the goods to them. And not only need to get the goods to them, but you should also be able to receive payments from them. So a transaction is more complex than just understanding what your customers need. The same when you're throwing a show, for example, or playing with a band, or making a movie, or designing some artwork. It is not enough that they like it. You should be able to deliver it, receive payment, and have a process that flows without taking time from you to do what is the most important thing. Deliver value, right in the middle. For that though, to deliver value, you need some help. And that help comes from key partners. When you start, you cannot do everything alone. Maybe you need to hire an accountant. Maybe you need to work with a web designer, if you are not one. So you use or you combine your skills with their skills. And those are your key partners. Using what they offer and what you do, you use key activities. So key activities are your operations, your processes. That is where experience plays a role. The more you try, the more you do something, the more you learn, and the better you become at it. Key resources. One of your key resources is your talent, and you need to keep growing your talent. Talent, creativity can be grown, can be learned, but you need to invest in it. Other key resources are maybe a software you need to edit. Adobe Photoshop, for example, if you are in the design, or Adobe Premiere, for example, if you make movies. But on the other hand, you also need to have a clear cost structure. What are you paying for? What are your fixed costs? If you're renting a place, maybe you have a monthly cost. If you have a mobile phone, that is a monthly cost. But on the other hand, if you communicate with customers, and you need to drive to them, well, that is variable. So it changes every time depending on your customer needs and what you spend. You need to spend some money to make some money. So the business model canvas, it's a map. It highlights all the elements that you need, but your role as a business manager is to combine all these pieces together. How you do that, that is what we will study more and have a look at in the other lectures. Thank you.